What would my autobiography be called? Just Joe.
Love you, stinky little girl. Now, the minute I eat, I get sleepy. Disgusting.
I consider myself very fortunate. I'm blessed by people that care and love me, and I don't have anybody anymore. I've lost my sons and Doyd, and I just feel blessed that people still pay attention to me and love me a little bit. I met Doyd. How did I meet Doyd? Oh, they had opened a new dormitory, men's dormitory, and they had a dance. And he saw me across the room, and he came over and asked me to dance, and then we started to see each other. And that's, and we connected. Once we connected, we more or less stuck together. We were just interested in each other. We were both on the same spiritual path. We just went off and got married on our own. Very shortly after, he was called in and had to go to service. And by then, I got pregnant because he wanted a baby. Me, I didn't care. And I was asleep, I have to tell you that. I was asleep. I didn't, oh, yeah, you want a baby? Oh, okay. So we didn't take any precautions, and I got pregnant. We were hot to trot. Doyd Kent was not well, and he developed schizophrenia. And I said to him, Doyd Kent will do anything we can for you, but you have to get help. And he said, I can't take this medicine. It makes me feel like a zombie. And they found him. He had been killed. Yeah, that was hard. He was 34 years old. Scotty, he was a graphic artist. He ended up with HIV. And he didn't even know he had it. And so then he killed him. He was 55 when he died. He started to drink heavy when the kids were about 9. He wasn't mean. He didn't yell and scream, but he was a drunk. And so I finally said one day, I said, I can't live like this. You're going to have to go. So he moved across the street off of La Cienega. And I didn't know anything about Al-Anon. And he would call me every week and say, hey, Joe, you want to come over for dinner? And over the weekend, okay. I'd go trotting across La Cienega, and he'd be drunk as a skunk. And each time we played that game for I don't know how long, because I didn't have any sense. I was as sick as he was. And then finally, I said, I don't want to have anything to do with you. And I didn't see him for a year. Then we got back together again. We got married. When he died, he had 36 years of sobriety. They said, Joe, there's a place, it's called Al-Anon. I thought, what the hell's wrong with you people? I'm not the drunk. I never had the problem. It was him, not me. But they got up and they talked about the third step of Al-Anon, of AA, which is God as you understood him. And that's what I was looking for all my life, a place that I could have the God as I understood him, because I didn't want to belong to a church. He fell down at an AA meeting. He was going to be 90 in a couple months. So then he went to the hospital for about a month. They had this tube in his, and I said to the doctor, what is that doing? He said, well, it's keeping him, giving him oxygen, keeping him alive, and he wasn't moving or anything. He was in like a coma. And I said, what happens if you take that out? And he said, he'll go. I said, let him go. Because we'd talked about there's no point in living if you're not living a quality of life. It's important to let that grief out one way or the other. It's very important not to close down and keep it like this and get into resentment and anger. And you don't get over that. If I feel blue and down, I've always given myself permission. I sit down and I cry. Regret is the most wasted energy in the world. Use that to push yourself forward. I was 65 years old when my mother died. All of a sudden, I felt like an orphan. I was 65 and I felt like an orphan. Those are feelings. We have to recognize them, not stuff them, but we let them out. Most of us just need somebody to listen to us. What I would give a young person that's starting out in life, keep a sense of humor and enjoy life. Don't make everything hard, but just look at it as a new possibility in your life. I would also suggest that you, I'm having a senior moment. I really am having a senior moment. Remind me of a little horse house. The opposite of what I am, you know. And I used to have it out in the house. I mean, I shouldn't have said that, should I?